you mentioned the training. That's a good point. Would you be more or less inclined with respect to the AR-15 if people were out getting trained on how to use it properly?
Yeah. If people, if you had to
properly, I don't even have kids, and I keep all my guns.
But wouldn't that the properly stored? That's inside someone's home though. Say if like I know you hate saying the name. He got the guns from his dad, right? Properly.
I agree with you. He's punished for that. That's actually the law in Texas. I'm an attorney in this state, and that's the law.
Did the shooter still get the gun from his dad?
No, he bought it from the store.
Exactly.
Whoa.
This is the first time hearing
No, there's a
about
lawsuit between someone and the guy who sold him the gun. That's how I know someone sold it.
All right.
I haven't heard that. Okay, but I'm willing to learn. Like I say, I'm open-minded. You know? Okay.
I think a lot of the problem though too is
misinformation.
Not just misinformation. So we get caught up.
Wait. How old was he?
He was 19. He was 19.
Can you own a firearm when you're?
Yeah. Okay. You can actually own. I know this. You can't buy a handgun or handgun ammunition from a federally licensed dealer at 18, but at 21 you can. You can buy a rifle and rifle ammunition from a federally licensed dealer at the age of 18. And that's what I'm in favor of that because I want my students who are safe and who are responsible to be able to keep doing something that they love and that they enjoy, and who aren't going to hurt anybody. I mean, I don't want to hurt anybody.
Exactly. We understand. We just don't want anybody else to be hurt. We need teach on safety. Go out and instruct people on how to actually safely use these firearms. And I assume teach them how to safely start them too.
Well, yes, it's a mandatory part of the license to carry class, and I actually tell everybody. I said, if you have a kid, not even a trigger lock, put it in a doggone safe that you can get to if you need it in an emergency. I mean, I agree with you there, man.
So how do you advocate someone who is a criminal, right? Has a gun and they say like gun violence, has a history of gun violence, but still has a gun. Talk about how do you advocate past that barrier and have them know as a criminal that they can't be doing what they're doing.
I can talk about that. So there's these things like they're very interesting and they don't call for anything. They're actually one of our policy points. They don't call for anything. Gun legislation. Anyways, what they do is in over 100 communities, they teach people like in communities of lower socioeconomic status in places with a lot of violence like Chicago, Liberty City, Milwaukee, in different areas. Strict gun laws. What they do is they go out into these communities and they hire people that are previously gang members, people that have grown up in these communities, and they train them on how to defuse situations with firearms. Like if I'm about to if I have a gun right now and I'm about to shoot a kid, somebody will come and stop me. That costs a couple $1 million a year, which is not very popular for politicians to fund. But actually, what it does in over 100 communities over the past 18 years, this is approved by the CDC.
I was charging my phone when I looked up and he walked out and I was like, I was charging my camera.
But what's not popular about that is just like we talked about politicians, that's not politically popular because it's not tough on crime. But it makes sense. It saves millions of tax dollars.
I agree with you on that. Like I said, I'm a defense attorney. I agree with you that this whole narrative, if you will, as to what is and isn't tough on crime is something that I think needs to change too.
Because it's a health crisis is really what it is. It's a lack of economic mobility in a lot of these areas that is perpetuated by these politicians. You guys know what redlining is?
Elaborate for.
I'm pretty sure it's when they pass a budget and they line item out some bills.
Well,
I could be wrong.
To be more specific, it was after World War II when they were basically rebuilding communities, they discriminated and specifically against poor people of color and put their communities in areas that were basically economic deserts. And those areas that we see today are places like the south side of Chicago, and places with a lot of violence. And you guys, it's just very frustrating because I've been to a lot of these places and seen this. When even in these places, if they have big issues with gentrification. You guys know what food desert is. So a lot of time in poor neighborhoods, like they don't have groceries, like easy to get it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
They don't
like,
have grocery
if you
stores
need
too.
a
They
shirt,
all move out of the
like
town.
if you need a shirt and nobody's giving you that shirt, and you go out and look for a job after job, because nobody grows up thinking I want to be a gang. You know, you were not born thinking that. I think we can all agree on that. You know, every human I think is genuine.
Born innocent.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's born innocent. But when they grow up in these communities that perpetuate generational violence again and again because of a lack of so that they can stand.
Wait. So what you're saying is, say if like a very poor area, you think that it should be the government's thing to go and rebuild that?
No. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay.
What I'm saying is they should help. For example, on the south side of Chicago, when people apply for permits, they get discriminated against compared to people on the north side when they apply for permits to reopen a business. Because those people already have businesses and the city feels comfortable with those people getting it. But when you apply for it on the south side, you don't get it. And then they shut down schools and they shut down violence prevention programs. And you know what they do? They say, oh my God, why is violence increasing? You know what we need to do? We need to build a $95 million police academy that drives division in the community and makes them feel more afraid.
When they see something working, they see like these violent prevention programs actually like working to save lives. A lot of times they'll even adopt them and say, okay, it's working. Like we can take some resources out of it instead of saying, okay, what happens if we build it out in this community? How can this change this community? And so there's things like Life Camp and Ceasefire are two of the bigger examples of these programs actually employing young people, rehabilitating young people, and they sort of intervene where the police would have escalated something, they de-escalate.
Like
So if I'm understanding you correctly, what you're saying is that guns are only a part of the problem. Now, again, I don't think guns are a big problem, but you're saying, but would it be accurate to characterize what you're saying as that guns are part of the problem, but it actually goes a whole lot deeper than guns?
It's a very nuanced issue, but I think the easy access in some of these areas to these firearms does escalate the violence, especially in Chicago, where a lot of the guns come from Indiana. The 15-minute where you can load up on
and then it's
guns.
economics, because then you can come back and literally sell a gun for twice as much in Chicago as you got it for in Indiana.
So say if you couldn't do that, people are on the borderline checking everybody's car for guns or whatever else. You think that would create less violence in Chicago?
What we're asking for is for gun dealers to try to work with policymakers to make sure that they don't traffic.
I thought they're donating. Oh, say okay, we're not donating, but working with.
Work with them and come up with, sit down.
But in Texas, it's against the law to sell someone a handgun outside the state.
It's a federal law. You
So
can't.
that's what most of the gun crime.
I think they're talking more about
right.
rifles.
Yeah.
But in the ATF is terribly big. I have family members that work in ATF, and they tell me how the resources are constantly and they're not able to enforce these laws. And that's what everyone always says, is like, oh, we just have to enforce these laws. And you can look at what actually goes into that. It's a lot of funding that this government doesn't want to supply.
You know,
because
like-
they profit from it. They make more money if people feel unsafe and unmonitored.
So safety of schools is obviously very important, but I think at the end of the day, like, why should we have to militarize our schools if we can help scourge this epidemic?
Why would you want the kids to remain in the school? They're sitting ducks. They cower behind the desks.
Well, actually, our school had an armed officer, as I'm sure many of you know.
right.
That's why individual liberty comes.
Wait,
That's
didn't
why
he stand down though? He was ordered to stand down. Was he not?
He wasn't ordered. There's a very heavy study and investigation.
There's a lot of discussion about that still. Whether
Really?
some of them say it was just him.
Why don't they just go with the police record?
That's one of the things that we push for is more funding for police training, but that means increasing taxes.
What about arming the teachers and the staff? Put them through a rigorous training program.
So what do you think
If you
about
look
that?
at
All right, so
You let me finish.
go ahead.
You do know that teachers and school staff are the first line of defense
Right.
to the kids in the school.
I'm a teacher. I taught.
And you're the first line of
And,
defense. What are you going to do? Hide them under a desk
so-
and push them in
Hold
a
up,
closet?
let her get her question
Somebody
out.
gets there to stop the shooting.
So, Santa Fe High School in Texas had 2 armed
Sorry, I'm not
guards.
trying
They
to-
had a plan on how to stop the shooting. 10 people were still killed, 10 people were shot. Yes, they lowered the casualties by being able to contain it, but that's still 20 people permanently affected and communities permanently affected. Arming teachers is putting a band-aid on the stab wound, and there's so many more viable solutions. You're nodding your head no, But if you look at every study that
Also, the amount of taxes that you would have to create from that. I mean, think about it.
To raise. Okay, so my thing is, I'm going
How
to
do you
just.
need taxes to allow people who are already licensed to carry?
Well, true,
to carry?
but they're not. That's not their. That's having two jobs, basically as a teacher, then protecting the kids as well. So you have to have.
I think a teacher who doesn't want to carry a gun should be required to.
Yeah,
True.
we're not talking about making them be security guards. We're talking about people who are already licensed to carry. They should be able to be allowed to carry to defend themselves and defend others if they so choose.
Can you
We've had at least 3 times a week, 3 times a week since November this happened, where guns discharging school and someone's engaged. Adding more guns to a situation does not make someone.
But
So
what against discharge by itself, like okay, because you can have it on you, right? But you can say if you keep it at your
one of
desk.
our teachers
There's certain
has a
ways to
concealed
make
carry
that
permit.
plausible.
One of our teachers has a concealed carry permit, and he left it in the
Right, I'm
bathroom,
saying, like,
and a
keep
homeless
it in
man
your
went in there
desk.
and shot it off. Not at our school, but off campus.
I think I think another point that has to be made
Kids
is
are also naturally
there's
curious.
a difference. There is. I'm willing to accept there's a difference between being trained to carry openly or concealed carry a pistol for your own protection and being trained how to use that weapon effectively in a situation where chaos is happening and bullets are coming back at you. I think. I do think there's. You'd agree with me on that, right? Well,
There's a difference between.
I'm kind of on your side. There's a difference between training somebody to protect themselves with a firearm just on the street. I walk down the street, someone attacks me, and being trained how to use that same weapon effectively in a situation where there's multiple people running around and there's controlled chaos. So I would agree that if there was guns in schools, the people who are going to be carrying would have to be trained to deal with
You also
that
got to
kind
think
of
about from a law
situation.
enforcement perspective. Imagine, imagine this scenario where a teacher gets shot and a kid picks up that gun. That kid is going to be identified as the shooter. If there's a teacher, how do you know the shooter isn't going out there and committing the crime? It's going to be a blue-on-blue situation.
Imagine the scenario in your school, the coach that got shot. Imagine how people may be allowed to be armed. They wouldn't have to sacrifice.
See, but he wasn't a teacher, he was a security
We
guard.
can talk about. They can talk about the coach.
Yeah, the
No, he
coach.
worked as a security guard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's a difference.
Coach and by coach.
In Florida does have a law for that, where they are able to be very
I think it needs to be rigorous because,
all these people have
like I
their
said,
solutions.
come back and
The
take
point
one of my
is, people are
classes,
dying
no
every single
charge.
day, and in the time we've been out here talking about, at least 3 people have been killed.
So are you saying we should waste the kids?
No, I'm saying this is an important conversation. But she's saying that if my coach was armed, he could have saved lives.
That's speculative. That's speculative. It would make it more likely, but it is speculative.
And now the law has been passed that he could have been armed, so that law is in existence, and maybe we'll see one day if it'll save lives or not, but there's other laws that we can work on to save more lives.
As a grandma myself, I've got young grandkids, and every one of my grandkids attend a school where they have armed staff. Not just the teachers, but armed staff in general. And I wouldn't rather have my kids go anywhere else but the schools they go to, because there's somebody there that all breaks loose, and it could break loose at any time, anywhere. Somebody there that's going to step up and defend my grandkids. So my grandkids aren't cowering down behind the desk in the closet, hoping and praying to God that somebody gets there and stops the bad guy before he finds them.
And we also were praying that too, while I was in that classroom.
So,
Why would someone attack the school in the first place?
I feel like arming teachers is almost like saying, like, we can't stop this.
Something that leads
We're the
into
only
these
country where this
attacks.
happens.
Well, what about the bullying? What do
Not
y'all stand on?
Bullying has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Oh,
That's not true.
Hold
That's
on
not
now.
true.
Whoa, you're stepping
That's
on
not true.
I'll retract that and I'll come back forward. I said this to you earlier. The number one indicator that someone will commit a violent crime is domestic abuse or assault on their partner. You can look this up. It's online. Instead of rolling your eyes and nodding your head every time I talk to you.
Who cares? Who cares? Don't do that.
I'll take my glasses off so you can see I'm not doing it with you.
No, it's okay. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, who cares? Just go with it.
And so when we're talking about bullying, and we talk about mental health, and we talk about gun violence, it's a Venn diagram. Right? The mental health issues here, gun violence is here. There's a part in the middle where they overlap, but solving one does very little for the other. And so when we talk about bullying, there's a bill that was introduced by my Senator Bill Nelson where it said to increase social services in schools that are guidance counselors. At so many levels, the guidance counselors are more schedulers. They don't necessarily know how to diffuse a situation. I think every school should require people who are violent interrupters that can actually talk these people down from being these bullies in the first place. But I think that problem is very loosely tied in.
And what I've been working on is a bill to make sure that we're
I
able.
thought you're not probably submitting a voter.
Let him speak.
They're not working, so we have to, man.
Go ahead.
Anyhow, what we're trying to do, an idea that I worked with using, like the idea of, like, again, it's not a policy that I created, it's a modified form that I thought of because of like peer violence and those different initiatives that I talked about.
Yeah.
Is hiring veterans in schools to help protect those kids and work with violence interrupters specifically to sit down with. It's really 2 to 5% of kids in schools that perpetrate the most violence. If any of you have worked in education, then you would know that. My mom's. Yeah. So if you're able to sit down with those 2 to 5% of individuals like the shooter in our school who's in foster care, that doesn't mean anything, but it could have meant something to him. It could have maybe explained to something. And if you need, like if you're beating kids to get them lunch money and something like that, you're able to sit down with that kid and say, hey, we're here for you. We can provide you that economic assistance to help you stop the violence. But if you don't stop, there will be severe consequences for you. You're either referring to an alternative for law enforcement, which is what should have been done at ours. But the problem is politicians don't want to fund that. You know why? Because that means increasing taxes. And increasing taxes doesn't get you elected.
Fair enough. That is true.
Right, but just letting people defend themselves, like whether they're at a school, street dog, that's free.
Yeah.
So, do you think the volunteer people? How about volunteer security guards? What do you think about that?
We're talking. We're only talking
People who are properly vetted, of course.
Florida, actually,
Yeah, of course.
in Florida, we do have a bill for that now. Where people who are properly vetted, and I think that 50 hours of training, I think that might be over. It's like 150, 147 hours of training with firearms. So long as they're not teachers, they're security guards, that would only be dealing with that one affected school. They can't be on.
So you're advocating this at these rallies, right?
Well, I'm talking about the bill that's in our state. That's not one of our 10 policy points.
we promoted that bill when
Would you support that?
We did.
But
Why not?
you do support that bill, just so we're clear.
If you have it for me, if you, in my opinion,
I'm talking about like not you are the opinion. This is you are this. This is you.
So I don't want to hear what he has to say.
Okay.
Honestly, it's a very tough conversation to have because putting a firearm in a situation in general can mean that someone else dies, and that can be the bad guy, that can be the good guy, or just an innocent bystander. No matter the amount of training, nothing can train you to defeat instinct. You know, any of you that have been in a mass shooting or a shooting scenario, which I'm sure some of you have, because of beliefs that you have, at least to some extent, you can understand that. When the cold rush was fear, it was down your spine, not knowing whether or not you're going to fucking die next second. That's when shit gets real. You know, and when you're in that situation, your hands are going to be shaking like hell. You aren't going to know what the fuck to do. Those 150 hours of training mean nothing.
Well, because you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your most basic level of training.
Exactly. You know, and no amount of training can train you out of that instinct. And that's my biggest reluctance to specifically putting more guns in schools, which I'm sure you guys can understand. You know?
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I can see where you're coming from.
I can see where you're coming from.
I respect your opinion. That's fine.
Can I go back to something that y'all mentioned a little bit ago? In respect, when I was talking about allowing people who are licensed to carry in schools, y'all mentioned, what if that individual for some reason gets hurt, they get shot by the attacker, or whatever happens, they drop their gun, they're down, and some kid picks up the gun. Well, what happens if the same thing happens to a law enforcement officer?
Exactly.
So using that as a reason for people not to
law
be
enforcement
allowed,
officers are uniformed.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Using that as a reason for a licensed carrier to not be allowed to carry doesn't work, because then you could have to tell the police officers, oh, you're not allowed to carry in there either. Because what if you're injured and a kid you drop your gun? So instead, hold on.
Do you want these people to qualify every 4 times, which I know it is for many federal agents and police officers?
I don't have to wait for somebody else to protect me.
Yeah. So what happens though? What happens when somebody breaks the law? Say you got every law you wanted passed. Say my rifles were banned, my handguns were banned.
not what we're talking about.
No, I'm
That's
just
not
saying.
what we're talking about
Well,
at all.
Mine are all pretty much high capacity stuff that y'all don't like. But say this rifle on my back.